Hello, today is Sunday, September 24th, 2017. I'm Sharon Dingus, and I'm here to share with you another ray of light. I'm coming to you from Acres for Art and Enlightenment, home of AwakeningLight.net and Red Dog Creations Art Studio. So today, when I took a look at the tarot spread, all of the cards expressed joy and optimism and opportunity, except for that middle card with the horse, the Five of Cups hanging his head or her head, depending on how you see that. But looking around the spread, there's all this beauty, right? And you have that Son of Wands, who in the past I've thought is carrying his little sparkler or his baton or his sword or his whatever it is, but today it almost seems like a sun umbrella, just bursting, because the energy from the sun, the brightness from the sun can be so overwhelming sometimes that the little Son of Wands is bringing the parasol just in case it gets too bright and brilliant with that sunshine. And at the top, at the midheaven position in the spread is the Seven of Cups. It's reversed, so it's as if you, with the support, as you look around and you see this optimism around you, you can ascend as high as you want, right? When you climb that mountain, so you have the sun streaming down on you as you're climbing, and then this glorious blue that's around the mountains and the clouds that are covering the mountains is, you can see forever. You can climb as high as you want. And in the middle of all this, and I'll address the other cards, is this horse. This symbolism of this horse, this Five of Cups, is, I think I've mentioned in the past, kind of like the Eeyore effect, right? The oh, woe is me, or not even oh, woe is me. It is, I'm stuck, and I don't know how to get out of here, or I am lost, or I don't know what my path is. I feel as if there's something out there for me. I just don't know what it is. And what this spread, what I feel from this spread, what's coming to me from this spread is what you need is likely not that far away. And it's a matter symbolically of lifting your head. Now, I know in real life that can be very challenging, but it's those little steps. And with each single step may come another step. It might be a half step. It might be a stumble step. But the journey requires the step. And maybe it's a side step. Maybe what you're looking at is blocking you. And if you look over to the right or shuffle to the right a little bit, maybe the path is clear. Maybe you're deliberately being blocked. So again, looking at this spread is once you pick up your path or begin going down that path, and I know I've mentioned this before, but this spread really it felt to me as if I need to re-emphasize that, is going down your path. It's that reaffirmation and reaffirming and reaffirming and reaffirming that you are on your path. And the little signs that we get, maybe not on a daily basis, maybe on an hourly basis, maybe once a week, you don't know. But it's a matter of knowing that those subtle signs are there to let you know when you're on your path, and affirming you're on your path. And what the signs may be extremely surprising. I know I've certainly had a few lately, and it's been very interesting. And when you look at that Two of Swords on the western horizon, again, we have the sun as the symbolism, but if you look at that, if you really feel that card, what I'm feeling coming to me is the angelic realm, your team, members of that angelic realm, and others who might be there. When you are on your path and you're boldly, confidently, and maybe not initially boldly, but you're stepping on it, they are thrilled to support you. and they will help you find your way. They'll help you climb, like in that midheaven. And in the bottom card, when you take a look at that, that Four of Wands is new opportunities continue to open. So what came to me is, and I'll see if I can find the image when I do the film editing on this, is when you have a mirror, several mirrors set up together, and they reflect into each other, and it appears as if it's going on forever, is the heights you can climb, the depth you can penetrate, because you are supported on this journey. You are so deeply supported. And each day I find different messages or just reaffirmation. And even doing this tarot spread in these daily videos reaffirms to me that I am on my path, that I need to keep going on my path. And it's so funny. Behind me I have some pieces that I'm going to be putting in the kiln. And I also have, this came up during the Pride Festival when I was a vendor. No, not Pride Festival. It was actually at a private event for a company in the Twin Cities that a friend recommended to me. Someone had mentioned a company called Artless. And you don't need their prototype kit, but since I do glass, I want to know what the packaging looks like so I know exactly how big the piece can be. So if I get my act together here, what I'll do is film the opening of this, because I think it'll be very fun to see what type of glass fits in here. And what they do is they are reclaiming old cigarette machines and repurposing them. So when I do the opening, I'm not going to spoil it, when they have these cigarette machines, they find artists. And what the gal was telling me about is, I believe it's like $5, and they travel around when they go on vacations. They specifically look for these, and she gives her kids, I think she said like $20, and they go to these machines and they get to pick 4 pieces of art. And they're dispensed like the size of this is the size of a cigarette pack, but they've repurposed these. I think this is like their 20th year they've been in business, to sell art. And she said it's so much fun to go to these because you can pick out different forms of art and you've got this collection. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a cool idea. And her comment was, you should put your art in here. So what I want to do is find, that's why I ordered the prototyping kit, so I can select and make some glass that goes in here, something that's obviously not going to cost me more than $5. Labor is certainly not included. Labor, at least at this point, no. But getting my pieces out there so people can see them. But it's so funny, and I may be rambling. Again, I tend to do that, don't I? But getting things in my kiln. And I have to laugh because since I came back and started doing kiln work, I've had a relay that's been sticking on the computerized controller for this. So I just finally received a replacement relay. So I'll be opening up the controller and putting in the relay. It's apparently a very easily serviceable part to do this, but I had to laugh at that. Really? Relay sticking? And then the other day I put in a piece of glass that was a little too large, and it actually fused to one of my heating element, the glass on the heating element, and this was after the relay stuck, so the two are not related to one another, and it actually cracked the glass a little bit, and I've been playing with it safely while I'm at home, keeping an eye on everything to make sure that nothing catastrophic happens, but it's not. It's just so you're not bumping into these, because electricity goes through these heating elements. It's a safety measure that they have the glass tubes around the elements, so I'm not concerned because I know what it does and what it's for. I just wanted to make sure that the glass tube was safe enough. But I had to laugh. First it was the relay, and then it was the glass tube, and I'm like, Sharon, you know what this is telling you, don't you? And I chose to ignore it, and it was telling me, make your chestahedrons. And I don't have any in the room with me, but I do now. Today finally is chestahedron day, And I just have to laugh because I was looking everywhere and I knew what I was being told, but I thought, well, I'm going to throw in a few more pieces here and there just to play with it, because I did have a lot of other things going on and I did need to set up my glass grinding and my glass cutting surface and all that. But I had to laugh because I was clearly being told, okay, Sharon, there's an event you're going to be participating in, and I will have to speak about that event, or actually post some information about that, because go to mysticaltruth.com, and Terry, who I've mentioned her before, it's going to be an amazing event. It's in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there will be an angel meet and greet as part of it, as well as some it's called Messages from Afar that she is going to be sharing, as well as some other amazing information. She'll be doing some readings if you'd like to schedule readings with her, and they are out of this world fantastic. But part of it is sharing how to work with chestahedrons. So I'm going to be making my small chestahedrons, my glass chestahedrons, not my larger ones, because there is someone else who makes wood chestahedrons. I actually have one of her wooden ones at my cabin, and so I'll be handling the small ones, and this other person is going to be making these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wooden ones. And that was how I was introduced to the beautiful geometry of chestahedrons, was with this larger one. But Terry will also be sharing some information on how to work with chestahedrons. So it's so very exciting, and it just made me laugh of, yes, Sharon, you can put things into your glass, you can make hot, melty objects. And now let's get on your path, honey. You need to make these chestahedrons, not just for this event, but because people need chestahedrons. So when you do pick up your head and you look around, number one, it may tell you the direction you need to go. It may also tell you the direction you're not supposed to be going, at least right now. And you get support for doing this. The universe conspires on your behalf, and that is not an original quote. I don't recall where I first heard this, but you will be supported. And you'll be reminded when you're on your path. And you'll be reminded when perhaps you've stepped a little bit to the side and you need to get back on your path a little bit. So those little course corrections are reminders of, yes, that's fine, but right now we need you to do this. So thank you for taking the time to watch. I send you blessings, love, and light as you go about your day today.